Today, I am making a classic vegetable soup that comes together quickly and more than likely uses what you already have on hand in your kitchen or pantry. So go take a quick assessment of your trove of veggies and let's make lunch on this beautiful fall day. I started out by peeling a few carrots. Note the birds singing outside the kitchen window. That just makes my heart happy. From there I minced garlic and I chopped celery and onion and gathered all my other ingredients together. I grabbed one of my larger stock pots, some people call this a boiler, and started adding ingredients. A little vegetable oil to get the party started. Put your fragrant items in the hot oil first, like onions, celery, carrots, and let them release all their magic, which is making your house smell just like Grandma's. Once the sizzle has calmed down, add the remainder of your ingredients. This recipe has mushrooms, fresh pork, garlic, potatoes, and wait, let me note two things here. Number one, I enjoy some type of meat in my vegetable soup, like ground beef or sausage. I have used cubes of beef roast or pork. It's a good time to use leftover meat if you have it, but remember, this is a vegetable soup and it doesn't need any meat to be delicious. Number two, I tend to add my ingredients in order of length of cook time. That way I haven't cooked some things to pieces just to get other items done. Then it's on to the tomatoes, green beans, and some, I used chicken stock today. You can use any kind you have, vegetable, beef. I added 3 bay leaves to mine, but remember how many you put in because you'll need to take them back out later. Then in jumped the speckled butter beans, parsley, oregano, onion powder, and lastly, salt and pepper to taste. I let that simmer for about 20 minutes, and then I came in with corn and peas. That simmered for an hour or so. Then I checked it for doneness and flavorfulness. You really do have to check at this point to see if it has enough salt. If it has a bland flavor, add a bit more salt and it will liven it right up. Now stick around to the end of the video and I'll share my secret ingredient that puts this homemade soup over the top. Now I quickly toasted me a grilled cheese on whatever bread I had at the time, mind you, and sat down to a hearty bowl of soup. It was so satisfying. This is a great dish to make if you need to use up any leftovers in your fridge or freezer. And let's face it, whether you buy it from the grocery store or grow it yourself, food is not cheap. So we don't want to waste anything, and this recipe lets us repurpose those leftovers and enjoy a pleasing meal in the process. Now I mentioned earlier in the video that I would share a tip that puts this dish over the top. That ingredient is just a touch of sugar. The sweetener will offset some of the tartness of the tomatoes. This is purely preference. It is not required in this dish unless you're like me and don't want the tomatoes to overpower the other veggies. Completely your choice. Now, I enjoyed a grilled cheese with my meal today, but I think some hot water cornbread would be great too. Some fresh corn spoon bread. That might be good. I'll be making that video shortly, and I'll add the links to each of these videos in the description box below. If you enjoyed or found inspiration in this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing, and I'll talk to y'all later.